I like this rack of the week. It's an example I'm calling clear and connect, and you'll see what that means in a second. An inside angle break shot with a follow stroke on that. I'm a little lucky that these balls over here, this ball cleared, so I have this shot, but I could have done with a little bit more follow on that. But this is a good result because all the balls are open. These two balls, the 3 and 14, both go over here. So what I'm thinking about now is I got to get a shot on probably the 13 to set up for those. And I bumped the 9, but I'm going to keep playing anyway because it's a good rack. So that situation got changed immediately because the cue ball bumped those. And so now the 3 ball goes over here. So I talk about clear and connect. So you got to be able to see things like this right away. This ball, this 11 ball that I'm shooting right now, connects automatically to the 8 ball. It doesn't take a lot of thought. And this is, you've got to try and get a mindset where you're seeing these connections real quickly. Sometimes they're easy to see, sometimes they're not as hard. So you don't need to put a lot of thought into the pattern for the rest of the rack. There's no other shot here but to shoot the 11, come up and shoot the 8 next. Now, where do you want to go from the 8? Yeah, you could put a little bit of thought into that, but I know I'm going to want to come this direction. So it connects, so shoot it. And I drew that pretty far. But I'm playing now for position for the 3 ball back in this pocket. That's the only problem on the table. Once that's done, everything's pretty wide open. But I'm seeing farther into the rack lately than I used to. And what I'm talking about is this. Right now, obviously, I could shoot this 10 ball. It's a super easy shot. But I played position for the 3, and I actually wanted to come higher because I didn't want to move the 14. The 14's fine where it is. Once the 3's gone, the 14 goes here, and you can come up with a pattern to clear these balls there. I do something I don't usually do here. I'm going to bump the 14 over here to make a better break ball. And I really didn't need to do that because literally any of these 5 balls could be a break ball. But I'm just feeling confident and seeing the balls real well. I don't like this. I don't like putting a ball over here that's going to create problems. It's going to turn the 6 and the 9 into a kind of a trapped ball where they don't have easy position. But it's okay because I see how these balls connect. So from this point right here, I mean, obviously, what are you going to shoot? You got to shoot this 9 ball. So this, I don't know, maybe this is kind of a risky shot, but I'm seeing the pattern real well because I bumped this 14 into break ball position. This 15 is the key ball, and I'm standing in front of it, but I've got 2 balls over here, the 10 and the 2. One of those is going to be my K3. They connect. See this diagonal line? To this key ball into the side pocket. So that's the end pattern. So now I just need to connect the rest of the balls. And this 1 ball connects to these balls. So I just need to clear the 9 and the 6. Those are the biggest issues. But the 5 ball is kind of trapped too because I'm going to play position for the 5 because the 15 is right where I want to be to shoot the 5. Well, the pattern is there if you can see it. And it's a little bit tricky because what I want to do is roll forward on the 9 because once I shoot because I'm going to shoot the 9 and roll the cue ball forward here. Once the cue ball's here, it's stop shot, and then I'm on the 13, roll forward, 10 in the side, 2 ball, 10 in the side, and then the 2 ball, then the 1, then this ball, and then I'm on my 15. So that's what I mean by connect. You want to find a way with minimal cue ball movement that the cue ball kind of winds its way through. And it doesn't end up quite working out that way, but that's what I saw. And so you start to play more and more straight pool. You play a lot of straight pool and you start seeing longer and longer patterns. And that's what I'm talking about. Now, this shot right here, pretty much has to work out. I've got kind of a tight window on the 6, but if it doesn't work out, I can shoot the 13. So that frees me up to commit to going for it. And then it works out perfect. Stop shot, now 13 or 5 ball, and I want to get an angle on the 6 because then I can float forward over here for this ball. And if I don't get good on that ball, look, I've got 2 balls here to shoot. So find a way to make these balls connect. And then these balls that look like they were kind of trapping each other, they're not a problem at all. So mishit that one a little bit. I kind of stunned it and it came back. I wanted it to come straight, but I was afraid of getting trapped behind the 14. So I look at it and I decide, I don't need to be shooting this 13 right now. And why is that? Because I've got a new connection. The 13 connects to the 15 in the side. So I can use these balls on this side of the table to come over here. And that's kind of what some people refer to as a pivot ball. Use these to pivot over to get onto this ball that connects to this ball. So I've just adjusted my plan because I have an easy shot on this 10 and I can just go up table and down. I've got a shot on the 10 or the 2. Is that the 10? Whatever this stripe is, or the 2. So a little revision in the plan, but I'm still seeing the connection between these balls to use the 15 as the key ball to end the rack. Okay, so on that ball going up table, I kept the cue ball over on this side and come on this side of the table. So I've got a shot here. Now I'm taking a look at how these balls connect. So initially I was thinking the 10, you shoot this stripe and that connects to this ball up in the corner, and then the 2, and then you draw back for the 13. And certainly that would work, but you got to get this draw shot right. You might mess that up if you don't come far enough, and then you got to cut this and bump your break ball. So that doesn't work. And then I realized, wait a minute, the 1 ball connects to the 13. That's less cue ball movement to get from the 1 to the 13. So I have the proper angle to get on my key ball. So that made me realize, no, shoot this stripe and go to the 2 next. And I hit this one. I don't hit this one the way I intended. I just wanted to come straight up. So I have a slight angle on the 2 to just bounce off the rail. And I didn't do that, but it's not a big concern. Cue ball's closer to the rail than the 2. I can just punch out a little bit, and then I've got the 2 up in the corner. But all these balls, I hope you see, are connecting naturally to each other. I had a little bit of cue ball movement when I went up table and down, but other than that, it's been pretty minimal. And so now just slide over so that I don't have to bump my break ball, and I'm straight in on that 13. Look how easy it makes everything when you can see patterns where each ball connects. That's what I made a little video about the triangle, where you may or may not agree with me, but I don't like the triangle in straight pool. It's about what balls connect naturally to each other. And when you more play straight pool you play, the more you're going to see longer patterns like this one where they connect to each other, and it just makes the rack real simple. And we'll skip ahead and take a look at this break shot. This is just a straight follow. The cue ball is going to hit the rack, back up, and then go forward again, and that keeps it away from that corner pocket scratch. Yeah, and I think I could have put a little more force on that, but look how the balls open. They open fine, so not a problem. And I've got a shot on this. This is a tricky shot because I'm elevated over the 2, but I've got a shot on the 5 here. Cue ball's going to roll forward. I'll have the 10 next, and I'm in business. The run continues. Try to, as you work on your straight pool game, I talk about a 3-ball sequence and sometimes a 4-ball sequence, and that's fine. You want those 3-ball sequences, the ones that you know are going to connect to each other for sure. But also you want to be scanning the table to look for longer sequences of balls that connect, and you might change that pattern as you go. But look for balls that connect and clear the balls around your break shot. I hope you enjoyed that. Thanks for watching. See you next week on Rack of the Week. Bye.